Alessia, first of all, we've got to start with another dramatic night. How are you and all the camp recovering from that?
Yeah, it was another real high tension night, but it was amazing. Like the celebrations after were great. We really appreciated the journey that we're on. I think everyone was quite tired yesterday, but feeling refreshed today. We got a nice chilled day. People have been in the spa and just getting back to routine.
And in terms of for you personally, obviously you came off within that game. So was it a situation where actually to watch from the sidelines was probably much harder than being involved?
Yeah, we were saying that on the bench. It's so much worse being on the bench and watching it. Although you have so much trust and belief in everyone, it's like the nerves are. I don't know how fans do it all the time because I was a nervous wreck sat watching it. But no, I always knew we'd get one more chance. I always knew that we had it in us and we believed as a team. But yeah, it was a tough one to watch.
And Serena after the game mentioned decompression. So, you've mentioned the spa and the stuff that you guys do. But I just wonder personally for you, what sort of things do you have in your locker that you use to decompress?
Yeah, I think that's really important in tournaments, especially at this stage. We've been away now for 3 or 4 weeks, and it's a lot. You're in an environment that requires you at your 100% when you're training and in meetings and playing games. So when I'm away from the pitch, I've been watching loads of series recently. I think I've been through three different series. And I like to have naps. I nap pretty much every day in the afternoons. And our friends and family are staying quite near, so we get to have a lot of time with them, which is nice.
And obviously in the comparison to Australia, that's a lot different, isn't it? And has that made it easier in a sense for this tournament?
Yeah, it's been really nice. We still had a great following out in Australia, but obviously it was so far away. This time, pretty much everyone's got someone here, and lots of people have stayed throughout the duration, which has been really nice. So when you have an afternoon off, you can go and meet friends, family for a little coffee, or just go and switch off and go in the lake and things like that. So it's been really nice to have them all here.
And I'm interested, just to circle back, what are the series that you've been watching? What have you enjoyed?
I've watched on Amazon. I watched We Were Liars, which was really good, and then I watched Defending Jacob, and then I've just finished Untamed on Netflix.
Right.
That was really good.
I'll put them on my list.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
they were good ones.
So now you know who you're going to meet in the final in terms of Spain. Kira was saying you all watched that together, and how was that, just watching that all unfold?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, another top game, two top teams going up against each other, and yeah, we were watching. Some people were watching downstairs. I was in my room. People were out and about, but yeah, it's been great to watch all the games this tournament, and it's been nice to get everyone together and enjoy the tournament. But yeah, Spain up next, who are obviously a world-class team with so many great players, and a team that we know quite well as well. So yeah, we're all really looking forward to it.
And from an outside perspective, I think it probably the final that everyone was expecting. Obviously, we've seen all the sort of the big Adidas billboards with you and Bon Mati sort of face to face. So do you think from an outside perspective, I know it doesn't necessarily happen like that in tournaments, but it's probably the two best teams in Europe in recent years, so it feels like the final that everyone thought it might be?
I guess so, but obviously the journeys for both of us to get here were really tough. I mean, we started playing France, Holland, Wales, and then obviously we've had to play Sweden and Italy, and they were all so different and so tough. So I think we had to be so ready in order to make it to the final and prepared. And yeah, like you've seen, we've won in so many different ways this tournament, and I think that's shown a lot of resilience about us. And same with Spain, they've had to play some tough teams, and obviously Germany are a top side who have been through a lot this tournament as well. So I think it could have gone anyway for all of us, but yeah, it's great to be in the final and playing against a team like Spain.
Yeah, and I appreciate it was a completely different final, but a lot of Barcelona players obviously played for Spain, and obviously in the Champions League final, you guys at Arsenal came out the victors. I just wonder if there's anything that you've taken from that game that you can obviously add to the Spain final.
I think more so actually just being in that final, dealing with the pressure and the emotion and that side of it. Obviously we know a lot of their players and they know us very well, so there's lots of tactical stuff that goes into it all, but yeah, the experience of playing in another major final, the highs and lows, the build up and things like that, I think it sets you in good stead going forward and competing in another final this tournament.
And I know players deal with things differently Kira spoke in the press conference about speaking to Jana Fernandez. I just wonder, do you speak to Mariona Caldente, or are you a bit different? Maybe just keep yourself away from that situation.
I mean, I would speak to her. I'm sure I'll see her before the game. She's a great player, a great person, and someone I love being teammates with at Arsenal. I haven't yet, but I'm sure I'll see her at the game and give her a hug.
And just about your tournament as a whole, I feel like it's got parallels in a way from the last Euros, where actually Ellen White started the games and worked so hard, ran the defences ragged, and then you came on to profit from that in a sense, whereas I feel like you're now taking that role. You work so hard within the games, and then the finishers come on like Michelle Agerman, and I just wonder if that's something that you've thought about, and the parallels in between those two.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I've not thought about it too much. I mean, for me, my job is to just go and give 100% whenever I play for England, and it is tough. We're playing against some of the best teams and players in the world, and the way that teams set up to defend England is really tough to break down. And like you've seen, it's been 97 minutes, 119, but I think knowing that we've got players that can come on and impact, like Misha's done, like Chloe has done, Aggie, Beth, it's been great. And I think there's a real sense of trust in what we're doing to start the game to try and break down, but also when we come off, knowing that we've got players that can come on and impact the game in different ways. So it's been a really nice dynamic.
And as a forward, does that put less pressure on you in a sense, because if you can give everything and leave it out all on the pitch, and you do have to come off, that, like you say, you've got the trust in the manager that she's going to obviously make the right decisions, and the players coming on into that situation?
Yeah, for sure. And I think pressure is mostly what's put on ourselves. Obviously there's outside noise, and for me, I always want to be causing as much problems as I can, but ultimately I don't care how we win this tournament, as long as we win it. And we've got that within the squad, and you can never win a tournament with 11 players. You have to have the full squad, and when everyone's had their moment this tournament, everyone has stepped up. So to be in a team like that feels really special, and like we're building something great.
And lastly, the tournament, you're going to have to go and beat Spain, and it's a replay of the World Cup final. I don't want to say revenge, because I think that puts too much on it, but is there a point where you want to avenge that process more for yourselves in terms of that team, and maybe righting the wrongs and obviously winning another Euros?
Yeah, for sure. It really wasn't nice losing in that World Cup final. I think you learn a lot after games like that, and yeah, we want to do everything we can to win on Sunday, and that's what we've said since we've started this tournament. Obviously, we have history with them, but ultimately it's just two top teams going against each other. It's 90, 120 minutes of football, whatever it may be, and yeah, we want to go out there and do everything we can to win, and yeah, I have full trust in what we're building, what we're creating, and what we'll do over the next couple of days to get prepared.
I just want to finish on a personal question for you. Your name's been floated around in Ballon d'Or contention. You've had a fantastic season. Is that something that motivates you? I know we always think about the team first, but those individual accolades, obviously you shared the Golden Boot as well with Bunny Shaw in the WSL. Is that something that motivates you?
No. What motivates me was winning the Champions League and then winning this tournament. That was all my eyes were on this season. And we've done one, and now we're in the final of the next. So for me, winning on Sunday will mean everything, to have that trophy back to back, and obviously have won the Champions League as well. That is what you want as a footballer, and I think there's no better high than winning these tournaments and these trophies as a team, and we felt that in 2022, and yeah, to have that feeling again would just be amazing.
Alessia, thank you and good luck.
Thank you so much.